Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third day of Gauntlet 13. Right now, we are seeing Fluffy versus El Cartel face off, which are two sister squads, should I say two brother squads in this case, and they will be banning out here the Zushin, YVE, Freya, and Kari. So, for those lobby bans, we have YVE, Zushin, Freya, and Kari, and this is good to see that Freya being banned out right off the bat. So I will just signify that the stream is live. And we are good to go. So right now we have that first draft ban from Fluffy going to that Lancelot, trying to choke out that pull from Cheesy here. I wonder how El Cartel will respond to this ban. They've already taken out that YV, that Freya and Kari, but it's actually going to be a Grok ban. Fluffy is first pick here. And I'm just noticing that both bans from the side of Fluffy was actually targeting that mage, banning out that YV and Zushin. And a third mage ban here with Sicilian. So that's really just choking that pool of basic.
This land is our homeland.
And the Lapu ban.
The clouds are ever shifting, but this heart remains steadfast.
See value in me?
Okay, right off the bat, we're seeing that Fredrin and Lunox being locked in for the side of El Cartel. And that Sora pick for the side of Fluffy. He actually slipped through the cracks of the first draft phase, and we are now seeing. I think this is the first Sora appearance in this tournament. But yeah, that Fredrin picked up without zero hesitation here. Actually, a first pick Fredrin. And that's gonna be, looks like it's gonna be a Gato Kacha. No, a Valier and the Clint. Okay, we have the big face on his signature hero, the Valier here. Probably to just keep that Fred at bay. Yeah, this might work out decently. Lunox versus that Valier, and we have that Clint. So it's gonna be a Rafaela, just providing those speed boosts for that Fredrin, so he can, that slow immunity will be able to counter Valier with those slows from the boss fireball. And a Leo mod ban coming in here as the final ban for El Cartel. Just to deny Solani those jungler picks. Well, right now, I think they should be banning out a gold lane that'll go head to head. No, they actually ban out YSS. Well, that Fred's already picked. Is this gonna be a Melissa pick here into this Clint? Thinking maybe an Irrital. Sync up with that speed boost coming in from Rafaela. No, actually, it will be an Obsidia pick. Just another potential counter to any dash heroes that could be in that jungle. But I believe Joy is still open here. But that would be a very risky move going into a Fredrin. Is that Martis? They're going to go with the Baxiao and lock in the Akai. It looks like they will be locking in the Akai. This is, I think, 2022. This is 2022 vibes. With those tank junglers, yeah, this is classic tank jungle matchup. You have that Akai versus the Fred. It looks like for this last pick, it will be that X-Bog. That's a pretty solid draft from both teams. The side of Cartel do have a decent amount of CC, decent amount of damage. They have the heal and the speed up from the Rafaela. And that Belleric pick is a bit unexpected for the side of Fluffy, but I'm guessing that is to counter out that Obsidia. She uses a lot of basic attacks. So there's a lot of moving parts in both of these drafts. They can. I really want to see how these teams go up and execute this game. But yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this one plays out. Especially with that Valier versus this Rafaela slow immune.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the end.
Okay, and let's get straight into it.
All troops deployed.
You can just see FaZe just putting that pressure onto Conquest. And Basic actually zoning FaZe out of the minions. Ragnar taking a decent bit of damage here. Ooh. Well, looks like they will be able to deal with this quite easily. Quite an amount of blows being traded here right off the bat. We're only 1 minute into the game. We're over here in the side lanes. Looks like Super Saiyan just playing it safely. Alakai already onto his final creep while Fred is still on those buffs. But they've both reached level 4. And ooh, looks like that's gonna be the heavy spin executed onto Void Hacker. Hatred able to secure that kill, and it will be the first blood right before the turtle. So right now, Super Saiyan is yet to reach that level 4. Sky Guy getting those turtle, those XP crabs has been able to get his team the advantage in this position. But Ragnar getting hit low here, and that Dark Ult coming in from Basic plus the Vengeance is the last Society going in, and it will be Basic to secure that kill. Ooh, while the ultimate from Super Saiyan here will catch Sky Guy. As this will be a fight in favor of Fluffy. Right now, Cheesy reaching that level 6, maintaining those levels ahead of the Akai right now. He also did get that turtle. Or you can just see that Rafaela is actually faring pretty decently against this Belleric because she's able to outmaneuver any skills that he can drop. And that's going to be the Dark Ult used onto Ragnar. He does use his ultimate, and that is the burst fireball to catch up to 2, and it's a killing spree for Isolani. He still has the heavy spin. He pins Cheesy down, but the focus, they flickered onto basic here, and they were able to secure that kill onto Cheesy. Actually giving them a 1k gold lead in this game. Oh, but over here in the top lane, Super Saiyan able to secure a solo kill onto Sky Guy. Looks like that's gonna be the ultimate of Super Saiyan that is popped here. The burst fireball does hold that thread in place, followed by that ultimate coming in from Ragnar. And it's a killing spree for Super Saiyan. The burst fireball onto Sky Guy, big face not letting him go. The lights all pop by Basic to escape. And he will be able to leave that fight unscathed. But over here in the mid lane, Void Hacker doing his best to get some gold in the midst of all this. Just sort of a predictive shot for that Clint, but okay, well, 5 minutes into the game, it's still more or less a 1k gold lead in favor of Fluffy. Despite all that's going on, Cheesy and Isolani are on the same level, but they're gonna have to. They have a team fight that can disengage and re-engage, but ooh, the light ult has been popped. Looks like Cheesy will get that taunt onto Ragnar. There's a shot down in the top lane, but that's the ult to pin down Cheesy. He gets the last appraisal and is able to escape, but that heavy spin onto Basic in the back. He's able to escape. He flickers out, but no. Hatred will secure that kill. Void Hacker caught out here. He's low, but Conquest is able to provide that heal. Ooh, almost, but oh, looks like Hatred might be caught. He gets the taunt onto Ragnar, but he will be able to escape this. Cheesy not letting go, getting into that tower to take some shots, but no. And the tower will be spawning in 17 seconds. Looks like that might be a heavy spin, but he's able to flicker out in time. Over here in the bottom lane, Void Hacker actually securing that kill, and he will convert that to the tower. But we have that turtle is up, the boss fireball, but Cheesy in no man's land. Sora does unlock that ultimate, but the last insanity to secure that kill onto Ragnar, and it will be Sora securing that kill onto Conquest. Right now, Void Hacker joins the fray. The taunt goes onto Isolani, and there will be a shutdown and the killing spree for Void Hacker. Right now, he is the highest gold on his team in the game. He's the Midas fist here. Looks like that will be an engage onto Super Saiyan. He does activate that ultimate, and he's able to unleash. Ooh, but the Appraiser's Wrath lands onto no one. But basic activating that dark ult, the boss fireball coming in. What just happened there?
Hero has been slain.
Okay, it looks like basic flickered forward into his death for some reason. Over here, looks like the final insanity comes in, but that heavy spin and Sky Guy is able to escape. They plan an ambush, but they have been spotted out. They have 4 members over in the top lane. They're trying to get this tower. Looks like that's gonna be the light all popped.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Over here, looks like there is. Oh, they're just taking these fights in so many areas of the map. Oh, but FaZe, he's gone back and he has been caught out. The tower is taken down and he would also lose his life. Oh, that is gonna be a catch onto 2. Isolani has to pop that heavy spin. Double kill for Void Hacker. Triple kill. Will he get the Maniac? And he gets the Maniac.
Hero resurrected. Blue team turret has been destroyed.
And this is like, it will be an easy load for the side of El Cartel.
Red team has
Classic gaming for Void Hacker here. Despite all the early game pressure that was put, he was the first blood in this game, and he was just able to focus, get those farm bolt waves, get those mid lane minions, and take down the tower while he can. And now he's just activated and bringing the damage for his team.
blue team turret has been destroyed.
Oh, that's gonna be an engage from Sky Guy, the last insanity, but he will not have enough damage to secure this kill. Super Saiyan popping that ult,
Blue team base turret has
but it
been
will
destroyed.
be Ragnar that is the first to fall. Is that a pause request or are they just spamming recalls? I don't see any pause emotes. Okay, that definitely is a pause because Void is currently sitting at the base. I will say this again, guys. If you want to request a pause, use the Layla cry emotes, okay? If you want to request a restart, use the thumbs up. and we will be getting back into the game. Currently 50 seconds from the next load. Looks like Isolani does have to pop that heavy spin just to escape, but Ragnar will get caught out. He has to pop his ultimate. The last insanity is popped. Void Hacker securing that kill, but it will be Sky Guy to fall to Big Phase. And Cheesy chasing, but Hatred flickers out. He's able to catch on to Hatred. That is a triple kill. Another one for Void Hacker.
Been destroyed.
And the second Maniac in this series.
Victory.
That'll be game one going to El Cartel. Right now we can see Void Hacker with that 91% tower damage, together with the 28% damage that he has dealt for his team. So GG's to that player and GG's to both teams. We'll be moving on to game 2 and hopefully a game 3.
Hey, have you heard about the Oasis?
Looks like there will be no roster changes for both teams. And we will now move on to the lobby bans. Okay, it looks like we're going with the same bands as game 1. Kari, Zushin, Freya, and YVE.
Welcome to Guelph's Castle,
All right,
tiny friend.
we are seeing another Grok band coming in from El Cartel. I wonder if we'll be seeing a Fredrin band from the side of Fluffy just to get that adjustment from the first game. But actually, they take out their own hero, banning out that Sora. Maybe we see.
Only love
Yeah,
and night
now
are everlasting.
Cartel are the ones to ban out that Sicilian.
They call me a hero.
And now
because I
YSS
saved my
ban
nation
out
from
for
falling
Cheesy.
apart.
So that Fredrin is still open. I'm guessing they can't just go ahead and lock that.
Our song.
Actually,
carries
but
the
they do
flames of
lock that
fate
Lancelot.
behind us.
See value in me?
And it's Isolani this
You
time that
should.
would take that Fredrin.
Hope will find a way,
Your
even
team
when
is
all is
Followed by a
forlorn.
Vexana pick by Big Phase. Probably to just catch out that Lancelot when he dives. Some quick CC.
My tail's been itching for a
And
real
Conquest locking that Kalia. I think this is the first Kalia appearance we are seeing in this tournament.
Your team is picking.
And Void Hacker on that Kimmy. Hatred locking in that Claude.
I am the sovereign of the
Your
abyss,
team is
the
there.
slayer of gods.
Hello, my friend.
Your team is picking.
Are we gonna see a Kaja? Okay, so we're actually seeing a Kaja. They have that divine judgment to keep Cheesy in bay when he dives in with a puncture. But is this gonna be? Nah. We already have that Lancelot, but Sky Guy, the dragon is still open here. But it seems like they're gonna go for Uranus instead. And got that classic Granger Kimmy combo. Nope. This is gonna be a Terizla and a Beatrix. Say they do have a decent amount of DPS. They have that damage coming in from Void Hacker and basic here with the Kimmy and the Beatrix. They have the engage from Conquest with that Tidal Strike and Tsunami Slam, as well as the penalty zone from Sky Guy. And for the last pick, we're seeing that glue with the Patrick skin. So Solid draft from both teams here. I would say that Kaja, depending on how he plays versus is cheesy, because they also do have that taunt from Isolani to hold that Lancelot down. That paired with the Divine Judgment plus the Deathly Grasp from Big Face is a lot of CC that Lancelot would have to look out for. And the carries of this game with Claude and Vexana have carried that Purify just to not get caught out by surprise by Conquest with that title strike. So it will all boil down to execution for this game. And maybe we will see this game 3 that we so dearly deserve. But we can find that out as game 2 of the night. In the comments. Right now, both teams are just farming passively, but Void Hacker here trying to zone out hatred from those minions, but looks like he is succeeding in that. The Lord will be spawning in 40 seconds, and basic quite low. That damage coming from Big Face, but looks like the title strike will go on to Ragnar. He's able to escape. Ooh. Basic very low. Does that look like it's going to be a flicker? And it is a flicker to secure that kill onto Basic. Right now we have that first turtle up. Conquest just doing his best to provide that vision, but it looks like it will be El Cartel to take control of that turtle pit, and this turtle will go to Fluffy actually, that took control of the turtle pit. Oh, that's gonna be the, and it's the stick and the grab onto Cheesy, and it is secures that kill. Isolani does fall next. No, Conquest does fall next. The Appraiser rat onto Sky Guy. Alright, like actually just doing a good job. Ooh. Of keeping hatred away from the, but that's gonna be a flicker. He's got pops that blaze into wet, but he's gonna be able to escape, and he has that sniper gun out to try and catch him off guard. But the damage is not enough. Hatred is recalling, and this is not what you want to see in the early game for your marksman. They're gonna have to pay more attention to that bottom lane now, but that's gonna be the Tsunami Slam onto Isolani. He still has a sliver of HP left. The Appraiser's Rat does not land as Basic secures that kill. Conquest does get caught without Divine Judgment. Ooh, over in the bottom lane, Void Hacker able to secure that kill onto Hatred. Looks like that's gonna be a tsunami slam. And Super Saiyan will be able to get that grab onto Conquest here. He does split off. And Basic trying his best to use that damage, but looks like he will fall. Oh, the Purifier comes in at the nick of time. And he'll be able to survive that fight. But over here, Hatred not having the best of games. He's finally be able to get some farm. Looks like that's going to be the Phantom Execution plus the Flicker. The Tidal Strike landing onto Isolani, but that will not be followed up by the Tsunami Slam. Both teams here actually very even in the map. No turrets have been taken down yet, but Cartel do have that 2k gold lead. They are also paying more attention to that bottom lane, trying to get Hatred more farm, so that give him more space to get clear those minions, because Void Hacker has been really oppressive in that laning phase. Over here, we just have that infinite stalemate in the experience lane between all, but just as we spoke about the stalemate, that is the penalty zone used onto Super Saiyan plus the Phantom Execution, and they will secure that kill onto Super Saiyan. The Turtle has spawned and their XP is not alive, but looks like they will be clearing that mid lane. Are they quickly?
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Okay, Solani has cleared that buff. The Tidal Strike, that is the Tsunami Slam used, the Traction Pulse. Oh, but that is... What was that damage to Blazing Duets coming into the backline? Conquest flickers out of range. That's the penalty zone, but Hatred is able to escape here. It's 5 members of Cartel. That Distraction Pulse does not land onto anyone, but Ragnar will be the first to fall. The grab landing onto Void Hacker. He is quite low, but that is the heal from Conquest, trying to keep him alive. And Super Saiyan having to retreat with that sprint, as they will be going to claim this turtle.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
Oh, Conquest getting that Tsunami Slam onto Ragnar. He will be able to survive for a bit longer. Basic diving in, but he pays for it. That is a shutdown onto Basic from Isolani here. He's able to use that feather roll, but that's the penalty zone landing onto Isolani and the big face. He does manage to escape. That Tundros will not have enough damage. Looks like he's going in again, and he will fall as he dives the big face. But the grab does not have enough damage to take out Sky Guy. But the Divine Judgment's catching on to Conquest, and that fight will be snuffed out.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Looks like there was a pause request. I'm not sure which side that came from, but right All right, let's get back into it.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Looks like there is a fight over here, but Cheesy will be able to puncture out. Oh, hatred. Only a sliver of HP away, but big phase in. It gets the deadly grasp, but that's not gonna be enough. He will not be able to survive that damage coming in. Isolani pinning Sky Guy. He still has the penalty zone, but the Divine Judgment comes in the nick of time. The penalty zone lands onto 4, plus that grab. And he's still alive. He manages to survive that fight. Now we can see really the tenacity of that Terizla here. Surviving the 4v5, landing that penalty zone, buying enough time for his team to come in and bail him out. But there's a lot of resources used for both teams here right before this Lord fight. Right now, it is Cheesy that is at that level 14, while Isolani is on that level 12. So he definitely has this advantage here for the retry on this Lord. Oh, but that's gonna be a flicker penalty zone and a killing spree onto Big Face. The Boys in the Wet is pop, but Sky Guy is tanking that damage. The Lord is up, and that's Cheesy will secure that Lord. And Void Hacker, it's not gonna follow up on that engage.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Oh, Void Hacker not able to get that damage in, and he is caught by that grab. Looks like he will be killed here, but the penalty zone landing onto 2 Ragnar, and ooh, that is so many skills being popped here. The Blazing Duet into the backline. Sky Guy is able to tank that damage. Ragnar almost escaped, but that tidal strike plus the traction pulse from Basic, and that will be a shutdown for Sky Guy. The Appraiser's Wrath comes in. Basic is able to survive, and it is Isolani that will fall. 4 for 2 in favor of Cartel, and they have a Lord matching up into the top lane. Looks like they would have 1 or 2 inhibitors falling from this. Actually, looks like, ooh, but that is a Tsunami Slam onto Ragnar there. Oh, the traction pulse plus the penalty zone flicker combo, and instantly bodies are dropping. They try to escape, but the Tsunami Slam is present, and that is 5 people have been eliminated. Ragnar has spawned back, but will he be able to defend this on his own? He has a Divine Judgment, but that will not be enough, as El Cartel will take this game to home, as well as the series. Well, GG to both teams here. That was flawless execution from El Cartel with that wombo combo, catching them off guard. And Basic having that MVP performance this time instead of Void Hacker, dealing the most damage on his team. And yeah, we will see you guys again tomorrow or the next for day 4
Ever wonder how the clouds can soar so
of
high?
the Gauntlet.
It's because
But
they're not afraid to fall.
that'll be it for tonight. We'll close this out with a random skin animation. And we will see you guys again next time. Thank you for watching.
Mercy to shepherd the world.